Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to give you some tips how you can manage and endure the time when we're all stuck at home here. I think this is a very universal problem or universal solution, I'll say, is just to stay home. So for some of us, this might be less of an adjustment than for others. For myself, I am a stay-at-home mom. I'm a homeschool mom. Some of you moms and dads may usually be at home, but your kids are at school while you're home and now they're home. Or maybe you're usually a working parent and now you are a stay-at-home parent for the time being with kids at home. And so this is a very different time than what we're used to. And even myself as a homeschooling mom, yes, I'm used to spending a lot of time at home, but this is still a totally different story than what I'm used to. We're usually still out a lot of days during the week. The kids have sports, we have activities, and we have a homeschool co-op, and we have play dates and library days and stuff like that. And for the time being, we're stuck at home. And the fact of the matter is, we don't know how long this is going to last. It could still be a few more weeks or months where we're kind of just hunkering down at home. So I'm going to give you just a few practical tips on ways to have fun with your kids, just ways to adjust and ways to enjoy this time that we are home with our families. My first tip would be to have some sort of routine, and this just helps with the kids, especially to have just know what's coming next in the day. And it can be very broad guidelines, but if everybody knows, after breakfast we do chores, and after chores we do whatever you want to put in there, whether it is outdoor time or some screen time or doing some schoolwork or art or whatever you have in mind. Try to set some sort of routine, and then after lunch we do this, and I'm expected to be playing outside for an hour each day. And just knowing what your day is going to look like, it's helpful for you as a parent. And then for kids, I think it'll help with some of that. What can we do now? I'm bored. What can I do now? What are we gonna do next? And having a little bit of an expectation for the day makes days go a little bit smoother. My second tip would be to explore the outdoors. The outdoors are still available to us and are a great option, and it also just relieves some stress. It gives you a little bit of a boost in a little bit more of a brighter outlook on life, I think. Kind of boosts that positivity. And so getting outside for your kids, but also for yourself as a parent. I would avoid a lot of the outdoor, more community type locations, but going for a hike, going for a little nature walk, maybe just exploring some of the areas around you that you haven't explored before, going for bike rides, just spending a lot of time outdoors. Another fun tip, especially for your young ones, is to do the ordinary things, but in a fun, different way. So whether that is taking your lunch outside for a picnic, listening to an audiobook while you eat lunch, that's one of our favorites, having a tea party, or going outside to do your read alouds, or doing school in a different location of your house. Just doing those usual activities, but making it a little bit more interesting by doing it in a different way. Another thing I've been trying to do is get some of those things done off of my to-do list that have been there for a long time. So especially cleaning and organizing. It's just very easy to do the monotonous and just the regular day-to-day stuff and not really progressing on anything. But I find that if I put something on my to-do list, like I need to organize the girls' room today, or I'm gonna organize my desk drawers, and I put something like that on my to-do list, I will find time during the day to get that done, especially since we're not going out during the day to go do sports or go, get together with friends. Because we have that extra time at home, I'm trying to make use of that time to get some of those extra jobs done. This would be a great time to try out some of those educational apps, whether your kids are already homeschooled or they have time off school. There are a lot of educational apps right now that are offering really great incentives, great promo codes to use their apps, because they know that so many kids are at home right now. And so I know that there are some apps like ABC Mouse that I was able to get a couple of free months of for my kids to use, and they really enjoy that one. Reading Eggs has some good offers out. I did find a link, if I can find it again, I'll list it down below, but I think there are a bunch of people writing these lists now on their blogs, but of apps that are free currently that you can access for your kids. Another tip I have is to teach your kids some new skills. I think this is especially a good idea if your kids are normally in school and you don't get the opportunity to teach them some of these skills, like for instance, learning how to make lunch, or learning how to plant your garden, learning how to bake cookies, or learning how to do their own laundry. Some of these skills that maybe because they're in school, you don't really have a chance to take them alongside you to learn these things. So rather than, I definitely have times where it's like, leave me alone to get my stuff done, go do something else. But sometimes it's nice to just take them under your wing and say, okay, if you're gonna be here with me, you're gonna work with me and you're gonna learn how to do this task. My next tip would be, don't stress. None of us have ever been in a situation quite like this before, a pandemic like this, where there's a lot going on and there's a lot we're unsure of. There's a lot to be fearful about. We've never been in this situation before. So whatever feels right for you, don't have these high ideals necessarily, and just take this time, especially in these first couple weeks of getting used to this new normal, hopefully temporary normal, but just do what feels right for you. And if you want to spend a day just watching movies on the couch, don't feel bad for that, or your kid's not doing schoolwork. You don't need these high ideals of productivity that need to be reached. Take this time to talk with your kids, spend some time with them just to discuss what's going on, discuss maybe your fears, but if you're a Christian like myself, discuss how we can rely on God and know that He is in control of this whole situation. Just draw closer to them through this time. It's a great time to kind of have a closer relationship with your children, to be able to discuss these things and to be able to just understand their concerns and their worries, and just really bond through this time, and then decide how you want your days to look, whether you want them to be more structured, or you know, just kind of take some time to decide what your new normal is going to be through this period of time. So I hope that was a little bit helpful for you. I hope it gave you some new ideas if you're wondering what on earth you're going to do through these weeks, through these days, every day that we're just kind of the same thing. I just find that my days kind of just keep going one day to the next, and there's nothing consistent. Well, we're home, that's consistent, but there's nothing helping me know like what day of the week is it, what's gonna happen today. Every day is just kind of the same. So I hope that was helpful for you guys, and if you enjoyed it, I hope that you will give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos from our family, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.